Fulfillment doesn't come from doing more. It actually comes from love. This is the real work. Now, doing meaningful work, work that we love, but perhaps feeling tired, strained, or disconnected, that is not a failure on your part. It's not necessarily a sign that you're on the wrong path, but there is an essential ability that we were never taught. It's a natural ability, which is love. And that's not meant as a feeling, although we may have passion and positivity, but it's not about that constant positiveness and passion, but about a relationship, a choice to stay present. This is an ability you practice, not something that you wait to feel. So, loving what you do, your right relationship with your healing visionary work itself, and noticing when that work feels alive versus mechanical. Because sometimes practices that once felt very alive for you may no longer. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's bringing forth a next step for you. It's a wonderful, actually positive sign as long as we listen and respond to that. We'll be going into more about what is needed for that, but moving on to loving why you do what you do, to really reconnect to that deeper reason beneath any roles, titles, and outcomes. And that that why it can kind of drift over time, sometimes without our noticing. So really checking in with that can be invaluable. And also to loving who you serve, to really be honest about who you're truly here for. And in not trying to go with maybe who you think you should be here for, or who it maybe might be more convenient or even seem more lucrative to be here for, but who you really know you're here for. And the kind of relief that can come by letting go of the idea of trying to serve everyone directly. Because, of course, every positive, every the energy that you hold and the work that you do is ultimately serving everyone. But in terms of that direct, right, it's not meant for us to try to do it all and give directly to all. So when we are experiencing some kind of misalignment, whether that's some dryness that's developed with a practice, some level of disconnection that needs renewal in our deeper reason for why we're doing what we do, for needing to hone in more specifically or clearly on who you're really here for and feeling, because of course feeling is part of this ability, feeling that connection there, right? Those are so invaluable. So when that love does erode, even sacred work can feel heavy. And if you find yourself experiencing burnout, that is not a flaw. That is actually a signal, right? That is powerful information and catalyst. And when love has fallen away in its usage, because of course it's ultimately always present, that can bring a sense of effort and strain. And so this ability of love is absolutely vital for our work. I invite you to just gently reflect on a few questions, putting aside any kind of judgment. There is no right and wrong. It is so important, right, to really hear oneself. And I invite you to open to whatever comes up in this moment with these three questions. The first is, where does love feel present for you? And second is, oh, where does it feel strained or absent in some way? And the third is, what are you might be forcing that perhaps wants more honesty instead? So the truth is that loving your work can often ask something of you. It might require saying no, it might require changing pace or being more fully seen. And this can be where people get caught up or hesitate, not at love itself, but at what love is asking for. And uh, is something really key to really thriving, to flourishing our purpose, our calling in this world. Love allows us to reveal truth. And courage is what allows us to live that truth. So, if the ideas we've touched on here are opening something for you, if you can feel where love wants to lead more clearly, I've created a deeper space for this work, which is Flourish Your Purpose Immersion. And that is a heart-centered journey for healers and visionaries that supports you and brings you a deep, very specific access to clear blocks to strengthen your alignment and to let your love lead your work with courage and confidence and a balanced flow. So I put the link in the description, and if it feels right to you, please check that out. And if you'd like to stay in conversation, you're more than welcome to join my free Facebook group, the number 4, Flourishing Your Healing Visionary Purpose. That's a supportive space to reflect and connect and to walk this path together. That link is in the comments as well. And in the next episode of this series, we'll be getting more specifically into the courage that's required to use our ability to love. And if you'd like to subscribe, you'll be automatically notified when that episode goes live. And in the meantime, I want to thank you so much for being here and for being you. Namaste and many blessings to you, my dear friend.